Welcome, this is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we're going to double this pattern here. This one is, and I'm going to just copy and paste that over here and kind of shift it off to the side and put it to its own layer so that way I can move it about without messing up our template. I don't know how I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and move this line down once again. That's what I like about this pattern, is it's a little bit flexible. You can actually kind of move the guidelines around if you need to. And this way we can use this red. So let me come over here, grab this red, and we'll make that, oh, gotta get to the right layer. We will make that the center, right? So it'll, when it mirrors and flips, it'll go down like this. Right, so the next color is this kind of yellow. We'll go ahead and use the yellow, I don't care. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and like that. So that's all the yellow does. And then it goes back to this red again. So that's kind of neat. So in the side of itself, so like it starts out, it's like a 3-string bracelet or 6 coming down. It uses all different colors to do that, which is cool. I like that. That's kind of interesting. And the way these diamonds kind of just do this, I think it's a fun sort of thing. We're gonna double it though, because that's what this tutorial is all about. And we're gonna find out what kind of things we run into when trying to double something like this. Because again, this isn't exactly the sort of pattern that I would particularly try to do. It's different. And it's kind of weird that it ends up over there like that. We could shave off a row, but we'll leave it as it is for now. And then like the black is the outside colors here. We're just going to use a gray instead of black in case we want to change the colors later on. So this is all dark and this is all dark. Oh, and these yellows are inside of each of these diamonds. Interesting. Yeah, this would be really cool. If we were going to do the more complicated version, I would try to put the other diamond sort of, you know, on the opposite over here. I would make it sort of in between it, which would probably mean I'd have to add one more row of the yellows to make that happen. It seems like the yellow one is the more complicated thing in this pattern. So let's kind of map it out, see where it's going, to see if we have any run-ins or stuff going on with that center layer after this. It's possible that it's just the gray color going on the outside, but still better to map it out and know than to take a guess and get it all wrong. So yeah, this is how this one works. It's gonna, obviously, this color is gonna get used a lot more than say like the red. I think though that the gray is going to also get kind of used a lot, especially if it's, you know, down in the middle area. What I don't know yet is where is the red when all of this is going on? And does the red affect anything in the center? That would have come up this way. Oops. those were wrong. Those yellows come up here. What? No, I'm just being silly. Okay, so I can see this is likely the path for them, and then it does leave the gray in the outside. Yeah, those come in like that. So this is interesting and different. And doubling it is certainly going to make this really, really different. Well, while I'm doing this filling in, let me just thank my Patreon supporters, my YouTube members for making this possible. Sometimes my videos go a little bit long when I wait and do that at the end, so I'm trying to improve, make things a little bit better. But yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting. I really think this pattern is kind of really fun. Okay, so then the gray would stay out here like this. And then that means these would be in here like this, which I can go over here, select the color, choose the bluish one, grab the paint bucket, and fill hole selection, and all that turns gray, like in an instant. So right, so that looks kind of weird, but that's okay, because now we take the select tool. Let's go to our layer. Let's get rid of our example for now. That way we don't get it caught up in the selecting portion. There we go. So we select the whole first part that we did. We copy and paste that. Just Control C and Control V. The flip tool. Flip it on the line here. There we go. Oh, wait. Let me anchor that. We didn't quite get to the end with this red. Whoa. And that's what happens when we leave it on the fill hole selection. All right, let's fix this. These were supposed to be red coming up this way. And fix the other side as well. There. Double check, make sure there's no other mistakes. Kind of glad I caught it now, because I don't want to have to fix it later on. So there we go. Shrink this down a little bit so we can get the whole top area. So now we can just copy and paste this. Control C, Control V, flip tool off the horizontal line, and anchor it. And there is our pattern. So you can see we get a much wider gray segments down the center of it. But they actually kind of match the same size as these yellows, which is going to make this really interesting. And I think the way that the red pops in there is going to make this a lot of fun. I'm not sure which colors I'm going to go with, but we'll figure that out tomorrow when I show you what I did, and I will give you any kind of inputs as to what I discovered along the way. So thanks for hanging out with me, and of course, as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.